Declan Rice is worth 100 million.
No, he isn't.
No, I want to discuss that. I want to discuss that because is he a £100 million player? No, but is he worth 100 million? I actually think he is. I think he's
no, what's he do?
21, 100 and 125, 126 appearances in the league already. Definite future England captain. No doubt in my mind. Future England captain. English tax, age tax, and then if he's going to a big club, say United, for example, the United tax, English and United are adding 40 million on straight away. So would I think 100 million is a bad investment? I don't think it is.
I think he's a good midfielder. I like Declan Rice. I like him a lot. But do you remember, I mean, this is how old we are. Do you remember when Noble first came on the scene?
Yeah.
He was saying the same thing about Mark Noble. And to be honest with you, I think he's a slightly better Mark Noble when Mark Noble was his age. And that is not a slant against him or like an insult or anything at all. I actually really rate Mark Noble. I think he's a very, very good, well, proof's in the pudding. He's a very good Premier League midfielder. He's been doing it for years and years and years. I think maybe Declan Rice got a couple more strings to his bow, but I mean, I don't think he's going to be like some world-class, like one of the best midfielders we've ever looked back on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you think.
Is it because there's not many players that do what he does? Do you think that's what it is? Because how many players play like he does?
Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
What does he do?
That's what I think.
Exactly.
Really.
Because my argument would be, what is he more of like a holding midfield type of player? He's not. He don't create. He's not like a number 10, is he? A creative sort of attacking minded midfielder.
No.
And those sort of type of midfielders, like hold up, like a Carrick kind of sitting there, Fernandinho sitting there. Do those sort of players go for 100 million? Not in my eyes.
Is he more box to box than holding? Because he does get forward.
I think so. I think his holding job is brilliant, but he's definitely one for driving forward. I think the McTominay comparison is there, clear as day. I think those two play very similar to each other. I think Deck is just a little bit ahead of him in terms of his defensive work.
Yeah.
And I think McTominay is ahead of him in terms of creative work.
What would you value McTominay at?
It's hard, isn't it? Because he's a bit older, he's Scottish, and he's already playing for United.
He's Scottish to take 100 million off.
Exactly.
I think he'd 30, 40 million for me, McTominay.
Right, so we use that argument then, say 30, 40 million, which I think is probably fair. Then add 20 million on that for the Declan Rice for being English, and then 20 million for the top club premium, because every club's going to be after him at some point. There's your 80 million straight off the bat. Do I think
60, 70 million I could get on board with, but not 100.
I would have gone 60 tops. I wouldn't have gone more than that for Declan.
No, I wouldn't be happy if United paid it, but if someone paid it, I can understand why.
Yeah.
But then are we doing a disservice to him because he's English? Like, we're saying he's not worth that because he's English. If his name was like Declando Ricinho, would he be worth that because of the job that he does?
If Harry Maguire wasn't English, he'd have been dropped in the United squad months ago and we would have paid 20 million for him.
Wow.
I'm leaving the podcast.